Hello world. How you guys doing? Listen, my name is Dr. Casual Pitts, for those of you that do not know. And guys, today I'm excited. Why? Because you guys know that I am just this explosive, vibrant speaker, right? I love to speak on, and I've spoken on many major platforms. Just recently, I was blessed to be able to grace the stage at my brother's conference, Mr. Ray Higdon himself. We had a phenomenal time, and guys, what I love about what I do is that it can be an inspiration to other speakers, right? And I am proud today to bring on one of my mentees that we're going to be interviewing, because he is now stepping into that world of speaking, right? So for those of you that are going to be watching this, for those people who put on events, you will have another person that you can reach out to and get to now come to your events, right? So I just want to give a little bit of background. I believe I met Mr. John Mccloud earlier in the year, and we just been, I'm so proud of how far he has came to this consistency and persistency. If there's one thing, somebody asked me to sum up the word for Mr. Mccloud, he's consistent and persistent at almost anything that I know that he's doing. Right. And we're all human. We all waver from time to time and forget a few things here and there. But for the most part, Mr. Mccloud is definitely consistent and persistent in what he does. And I believe that this next journey going into the year 2025, I believe that he will be a great speaker in this space. Right. And I love that there's somebody for somebody. Right. And that's why I love the world that we live in when it comes to speakers, is because there's going to always be somebody for a niche that somebody needs to speak about, right? So without further ado, please help me welcome to the stage, a virtual stage, Mr. John Mccloud. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, Dr. Fitz. How are you?
Man, bro,
that was a great introduction. Hopefully I'll be worthy of that. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, sir. I have no worry. Well, Mrs. Mccloud, I want to dive right into it. I want people to know who you are as a person, and just give them, just basically who John Mccloud is. So,
well, I wear, like many of us, I wear a lot of different hats. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a servant of God. I am an entrepreneur. I am somebody who likes to help people. And since we're speaking about speaking, I love being able to talk to people and see the reaction that people have as you're able to connect with them, and hopefully they'll get something from what you're talking about that can help to move them forward on whatever journey it is that they're on. So like to laugh, like to have a lot of fun, and I try to work as hard as I can. I have also been a nurse for many years, well over 20 years. So that's just another feather I have in my hat. So that's as a whole, that's generally who I am.
Absolutely. And guys, did you hear that? Mr. John Mccloud is a nurse. I mean, and I know that there's male nurses out there, right? I understand that, but just for Mr. Mccloud to kind of just be in this space, right? And to even take that on, those are for our first responders. So, thank you for what you do in that field, sir. So, Mr. Mccloud, in this speaking realm, there's a lot of different niches and a lot of different topics that people like to talk about. And shout out to Mr. Mccloud. He put out, so make sure that you guys go follow him on his YouTube channel. He just put out here recently a transparency video that he recently did, and where he talked about transparency. And of course, I was the first person to see it, hear it, and I loved it. We had some critiquing moments for it. And he's going to be consistently, remember I told you guys that he's consistent and persistent. He's going to be consistently putting out videos, just speaking about different topics. But Mr. Mccloud, what would you say would be a strong area? Like if somebody wants you as a speaker, what would be a good topic that you don't mind speaking on, and you would feel comfortable enough with speaking to an audience too?
I obviously what we just mentioned, transparency, but to be honest with you, how I like to operate is let me know what the needs of your company is, what the need of your audience is, and then we can work on a topic that will benefit them. I have the ability to really talk about just about any subject. I can vary, but it's what's most important to me is what's the needs of your company, what's the needs of your school, what's the needs of your organization. What is it that you want to have happen with them? You want to talk about transparency. You want to talk about motivation, more motivational things, whatever it is that you want. Where's the goalpost? We want to get from here to here. How can I benefit you and your company? So once we have that conversation, then I can structure something that will work. I think that would work very well for you.
And that's good. Being a universal speaker, that's what I like to call individuals like yourself, Mr. McCloud, who can, and I'm the same way, right? I can really talk about anything that you give me. You throw it at me, you tell me, hey, this is the kind of conference or this is the kind of seminar or workshop that I'm doing. I want you to speak about this, or can you speak about that, right? And one of the things I've learned in this space is I had to get comfortable in being a universal speaker, because a lot of times, in depending on the kind of event it is, you definitely want to make sure that you're the expert in that field, right? Meaning that you've had, some time to do that. So I'm glad that you even brought up at the beginning that, transparency, because a lot of people don't understand that plays a major role, not just in business, but in life in general. So, when we first talked and you said, hey, I wanted to speak about transparency, that kind of was like, man, that's a foundation for almost anything, right? So yeah, that's definitely powerful. So Mr. McCloud, before we go, one last question. You are an entrepreneur, so just tell everybody kind of like what kind of businesses do you do, like what you own, and kind of like where are you at, in your entrepreneur journey in your space? What new projects are you working on? Just give us some insight of a little bit of in your world of your day-to-day activities and the businesses that you own and you run and you operate. On top of, he is also a nurse. So, Mr. McCloud, just tell us what you're all involved in.
Well, you might notice the little logo on what's the other side on my shirt. I am a franchisee for the company Kona Ice. I own a couple of shaved ice franchises with them. I operate in the real estate space. I invest in real estate. I have a project right now that I'm working on, trying to flip a property that I've owned for a while, working on that, getting that turned over, looking for more projects. I put the word out to some of my realtor contacts in my local area. I'm in Virginia, that I'm looking for some properties to flip. I invest in multifamily. I've invested in a couple of multifamilies in the past. So I like the real estate space. I'm now doing a little bit more of lending, the lending portion of that, providing funds so that people can get projects done. So, it's pretty versatile in that space. I really like the real estate space, but those are some of the things I've done and some of the things I'm working on.
Absolutely. So I hope you guys took notes, right? For those of that are in the real estate space, he helps with providing funding. So, hey, that's usually the biggest piece when you're trying to get involved into real estate. So make sure that you guys reach out to Jay McCloud, which brings us a great segue into our final hoorah. Mr. McCloud, tell everybody, how can they get in contact with you? How can they support you in your journey of being this new and amazing speaker, and alongside wanting to just do business with you in general?
Well, the easiest way to probably contact me is via email, but I will provide my direct number as well. So my email, I'm going to be slow because it's a little long. It's the letter J, the letter I, the letter N, the letter T, H, E, CLOUDS 365 If you write it down, you should look at it and it'll say J in the Clouds 365 days out of the year at gmail.com. So that's one of the easiest ways to reach me. You can call me direct 757-652-3675. But as all of you busy people know, sometimes you don't get right back to the calls, but I will follow up with you if you call me or text me. So either way.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Mccloud, it has been a pleasure. I'm excited to get, feedback from, your new journey and where you're going. Guys, make sure that you guys tune in to Mr. J. Mccloud. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's definitely on YouTube. He's on social media as well. So just, plug that name in, right? Plug that name in, because a year from now, you will know who Mr. J. Mccloud is. So I'm excited for him and his journey that he's about to get ready to embark upon. Mr. Mccloud, we appreciate you so much, sir. Thank you so much for giving us the insight into. Are there any last words that you want to leave with as the listeners and the viewers are either watching or listening?
No, I just want to thank you, Dr. Pitts, for the opportunity to have me be able to reach out to your audience as well. I look forward to working with them. I have totally enjoyed my time working with you, and I look forward to many more adventures on down the line. Let me know if there is anything that I can do for any of you all out there. I would be more than willing and happy to work with you.
And guys, his information will be in the comment section below, so make sure that you check those comments out. Mr. Mccloud will be available and ready for you at any given time. So, Mr. Mccloud, thank you tremendously. We appreciate you, sir. Guys, listen, that's what it's about, right? Sharing platforms or introducing people to platforms so they can have an opportunity. That's what it's about. And I think that what happens is for influencers or people who just have a large following, they feel like they don't have to share their audience. And what I love about people like Ray Higdon and myself and many others, right? We know who God is, and we know the support system that we've created. The goal with our support system as leaders is to instill and help the education part be imparted into every entrepreneur that exists, right? There's no way that I can call you a leader and I don't want to share the resources that have made me successful with other people. So guys, make sure that if you need Mr. Mccloud services, on any scale from a business perspective, and then if you also need him as a speaker, please reach out to him, right? For you as an audience, it gives you more of options to choose from. And that's kind of what we wanted to provide for you guys. So thank you guys again. You guys already know my quote: coming together is the beginning, sticking together is progress, but working together is success. My name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and I'll see you guys the next time. Peace.